In for the Night is a podcast that discusses movies, random topics, and gives you an excuse to just stay in for the night. And the creepy whisperer behind me is G-Dawgarino.
I wasn't whispering. That was like very loud talking. You just didn't hear me very well because you got to clean your ears.
I do need to clean my ears.
100%. But we
100%.
both do, so.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Why does it go small like that?
I don't know.
Your fault. I blame you.
Probably. I tested it. It was fine before.
Maybe I need to put it right at my face.
We need new microphones. Okay. As we bore you to death, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. And it's not Lur. It's G-Dawgarino.
I said that. Did you not hear me?
No, you didn't. You said Lur.
I said Lur or G-Dawgarino.
I did not hear that.
You don't listen to me.
I just heard Lur because that's all I was keen on was Lur.
And we are still needing him to be on medication, folks. Like
you need to be on medication.
I need a lot of medication. That
is very true.
I just need it to like function me. Like, you know how it's like dialysis? That sounds weird to say it.
Me. Dialysis?
Dialysis. There we go. It sounded weird, and I was like, that's not right.
I know what you're trying to say.
Dialysis.
Took a guess.
Did I say that right now? Dialysis.
Dialysis, yes.
It's like I need dialysis, but not like in a functioning form where I can go out and do stuff.
What is dialysis?
It's supposed to like clean your liver or something.
Oh.
It's like with people who they're having liver failure, and
yeah, but you need
I could be
clean,
completely wrong.
Like your spine,
your
back.
There was a movie where they took the blood out of somebody's body and cleaned it, and it put it back, and it revitalized them. And I was like, "Fuck, maybe I need that." I don't think it's real, but I want it.
Wasn't there RoboCop?
It is very possible.
Probably RoboCop, the new one.
Hi, I'm Katie.
They already know my name.
We said it like 5 times, and you didn't hear me.
Exactly, because I am popular. So popular.
Are you gonna go into? See, I've never seen Wicked, but there's a song called "Popular" on it.
Wicked? What is Wicked?
It's the Wizard of Oz between the Wicked Witch of the West and Glenda, the Good Witch.
I'm good. You could watch that by yourself.
Cool.
All on you, boo-boo.
I've never seen it, so it's like a play, a musical, like you go to and sit in.
Definitely don't want to see it.
Okay.
I hate musicals.
How do you really feel? I'm gonna make you watch Chicago, though. Chicago was a good one. That's like the only
musical?
one. No.
Don't lie.
But no, it has like all the good people. It has Renee Zellweger. It has Catherine Zeta-Jones. It has Queen Latifah.
Cakes. What ruined me on, what is it called again? Musicals.
Wow. Did you look at the sun for too long for a second?
Freaking your movie you made me watch, the
Labyrinth.
The Labyrinth. Oh, my Lord.
It's a good movie.
No, the singing is terrible in there.
It's David Bowie.
And he sings like shit.
He's a professional singer.
Clearly shouldn't be. He should be fired. Twice.
He died, so you better be nice to him.
Well, no comment.
That was his profession, a singer.
Terrible.
He's a rock star.
Terrible. His singing that movie is terrible. Like that, it hurt my ears. It was that bad.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to give you free reign to like come and attack him. It's fine.
It was terrible.
You can write to us at inforthenight69@gmail.com.
If anyone else saw Labyrinth, y'all would 100% agree
Everybody's
with me.
seen Labyrinth. You've just lived a sheltered life.
Yeah, kids watching like, oh my God, he sings so well. And they get older, it's like, why did I like this movie?
I did not do that.
Well, then you're very strange.
What did you really want to say?
You're weird.
I don't believe that's what you wanted to say.
Okay,
folks. If you liked Labyrinth and you want to verbally assault G-Dawgarino, Lur, Tai, email us. I will read those online at our next.
I would too. I would gladly read them because I'm not going to retract my statement.
Okay, that is what we're going to do.
Terrible movie.
Email inforthenight69@gmail.com or go to our website, inforthenightpodcast.com. And that was a great episode. See you next time, folks. Just kidding. So email us. I will verbally assault him. I enjoy doing that.
Take 2 shots because Fifi's like all up in my shit.
She's been being a bitch lately.
Wow.
Because she is a bitch.
No, she's not. Look how sweet she is. She's scratching now.
Did you give her allergy medicine?
I did.
Good job. I did not.
I know you haven't.
All right. Any other notes from you?
Notes?
Like anything you want to share?
Oh, no. Pretty simples. Easy. I got to ride my motorcycle yesterday. Yay!
And you went to 3 different bars.
2, actually. We went to Roosters, and then we went to District, and then I came home.
There was another one on the Navy Federal.
That was another day, because that was not yesterday.
Okay. Anyway, nothing to report for me. Just working out. That's it.
That's her life.
That is my life. I do nothing else.
That is very true. She literally does nothing else because she has no friends here.
I have friends, just not in Tulsa.
I just said no friends here. Did you not hear the here part?
I mean, I have friends here. It's just I don't hang out.
Here, did you not hear the here?
That's another thing that's hard in English. Here.
Here. Yep. I just
maybe when they said here, it doesn't mean here, like spelled the same. It's here.
Yeah, here. Probably.
Oh.
Mind-boggling, isn't it? Ruh-roh.
Wow.
People are going to go crazy now.
Now you're going to be thinking about it. I like randomly think about shit all the time. And I'm just like, mind your P's and Q's. And I'm like, oh, mind your pints and quarts.
I still don't get that.
At the bar. Okay, because when you go to a bar, remember, do you want a pint or do you want a quart of beer?
I want a pint. I want a small one.
Okay, so whenever they're at the bar and they were getting to somebody else's business, mind your own P's and Q's. Mind your own pints and quarts means just focus on your drink. I don't understand how you don't understand that. Mind your own beeswax. Pretty much same.
There we go. Mind your own beeswax. I like that.
Do you know what actually?
I don't get that one either.
Okay, so back in the day, I can give you background on this one because it's like one of my favorites. So back in the day when smallpox was actually happening a lot, women would get like if you survived the smallpox, you would get potholes from where the smallpox was. And so instead of just leaving the holes there, women would put beeswax on it and then cover it up, and then they would put makeup over the beeswax so it looks like their skin was like flat. Smooth. And so on hot days when people would say like, and they were like, oh, your makeup's running. Oh, mind your own beeswax. Yours is too.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go.
Did not know the backstory of that one. So that should be one of our topics. Like known.
We need to write stuff down though.
Known. What do you call those?
Idioms.
Like, because I'm pretty sure there's a million of them that people don't know. Like I didn't know the beeswax one. And you told me the P's and Q's ones a million times, and I still keep forgetting it.
Wet your whistle. You remember that one?
I think about Head Johnson when you say that.
Okay, the movie that we covered today. The movie. It was your choice.
What movie?
I hate you so much.
Why? Evil Mother Freaking Dead. That is the title.
I do have to say I'm very shocked. I've never actually seen this before.
Yeah, I don't know how you haven't seen it. How did I see it and you haven't?
I love horror movies. I don't know how this one slipped through the cracks.
I don't know how either. It came out in 2013, so it was only 10 years ago.
I was still in Korea. That's probably why.
Probably. Well, then when you got back, you should have been like, evil movies, and it should have popped up, but you still didn't see it. I don't know how you did not see this. I've seen it like probably 3 or 4 times now, I would say, including last night. So, Evil Dead, 2013. Just for those who did see this is pretty gruesome.
Ruh-roh.
Just letting you know, if you haven't seen it yet, then just fair warning. Warning, it is pretty gruesome. I mean, there's no
like a horror movie.
There's no like sexual things happening.
Actually, there is.
What? Oh, well, yeah.
But it's not sex.
It's not
assault.
like another person. It's a
demon.
It's a demon twig. We'll explain it if you haven't seen it. It's pretty bad. But anyway,
great. Let's move
on. So we got a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb Bizzle. I gotta put it up here. It's like hurting my eyes looking down there. We got a 63% on Rotten Potatoes. And we have a 75% on Just Watch, whatever the hell that is.
That's another rating.
Well, clearly. But saving grace, like always, 87%.
Pause. So I looked up who rates Rotten Tomatoes. Literally, it's people that just take all the reviews that have been made on the movie, combine it, and then take the average.
Oh.
So it's not like older generations, which we've been thinking.
It's older generations. I'm not going to believe it. Okay. I'm not going to believe it.
I'm just...
87% like this movie, Google users. Like, that's weird. It should be like 87% of Google users like this movie, not vice versa. But anyway,
what is it?
It literally says 87% like this movie, and then underneath it has Google users.
No, I get it. I'm just...
So it should be the other way around. Ways. No, because like if you're just reading it to someone, not looking at it, you're like 87% of people like this movie.
And they're Google users, so the Google users like this.
Yeah, exactly. The Google users like this. It should be worded that way.
Okay, we're not...
So we know who the people are who like the movie. You know what I mean?
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
So, synopsis.
Penis, penile.
Mia Jane Levy, a drug addict, is determined to kick the habit. Oh. I was thinking kick the bucket. To that end, she asked her brother David, Shiloh Fernandez, his girlfriend Natalie Elizabeth Blackmore, and their friends Olivia, Jessica Lucas, and Eric Lou Taylor Pucci.
Pucci?
I can say all these names. Look at that. To accompany her to their family's remote forest cabin to help her through withdrawals. Eric finds a mysterious book of the dead, fucking stupid ass Eric, at the cabin and reads aloud from it, awakening an ancient demon. All hell breaks loose when the malevolent entity. Jesus, sorry folks, I'm struggling. I haven't eaten yet, so I make excuses. Possesses Mia.
I make excuses.
I make excuses.
That is a shirt now. I make excuses.
Release date April 5th, 2013. Director is Fede Alvarez. Sequel. It already has a sequel on here. Is Evil Dead Rise, the new one. Mm-hmm. With my boy Russell Crowe. And box office 97.5%.
I'm a
another
crow.
Excuse. I haven't eaten yet.
I'm a crow.
Are you?
I just thought that was funny. Laugh.
You should keep your day job.
My feelings.
I thought that was funny.
They hurt.
Box office is 97.5 million. I apologize. Yeah. So it's shit's about to hit the fan, folks. Look, so it says why to watch. Why to watch. Jeez Louise.
What is wrong with your words
Disturbing, graphic, and gruesome.
That's like me. I relate.
Oh, I like this. Oh, these are like some likes. So we got Watch from High Def Ninja. We have Voice from Reddit. I just want to read these two. The video quality is fantastic throughout. It's clean, well presented, and is surprisingly colorful for a horror film.
Surprisingly colorful.
Surprisingly colorful. I guess that's with all the
blood.
Yeah, the blood. And then from Voice from Reddit, better than the original. Wait, what?
There's like an
original one?
I think 1970s, 80s one.
What? I want to watch it. Excellent acting and expertly written dialogue. Absolutely wonderful built movie.
Built?
Nice. Built movie. Yes, built. I said it right. Built. And one more. This is from Rotten Potatoes. Voice from Rotten Potatoes. Relentlessly intense and outrageously violent. Surprisingly gorgeous shots, powerful sound editing, and provocative imagery. Ooh. I like that. I've never seen those before. Oh, there's only one more technically, and this is a 5.0. I like the original Evil Dead movies very much and have enjoyed them many times, but I feel this version is vastly
superior.
Oh, damn. Oh, it's right here. Okay, good. Is that it? Yeah, vastly superior. Look at you. This one was gory fun. The original one will always be the classic with Bruce Campbell Now take of Evil Dead was actually really good. This is how a reboot should be done. Oh my God, that's way too long. Yeah, not reading all that. But yeah, so look at that. I never noticed those were there before.
Outrageously violent. That's
those are pretty good. Outrageously violent. And then what was it? Colorful. Something extremely colorful.
All right, guys, those are your reviews. Go check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. Surprisingly colorful.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's get in this movie. Again, I'm very shocked I haven't seen this because I am a
Have
horror.
you seen the original? Mm-mm. Oh my Lord, I haven't seen it either.
I don't know why. I think Evil Dead just made it sound way too creepy for me at the time, and then ever since, because when I was a kid, I think my dad watched it once and he was like, "Oh, it's too scary. It's about the devil."
I mean, it is creepy. You see the way Mia was acting in there, like she did that role like extremely well.
It's the same as the movie called I think it's called House. I think it's the Stephen King. I think I could be completely wrong. I don't have my phone on me, so I can't say anything. But
my phone's right here.
I think it's called House, and like the subtitle is like "Ding Dong, You're Dead." And then there's like a creepy hand poking the doorbell, but it's like cut off.
No, I don't think I've seen that at all.
And I just remember it freaked me out. There was something in the closet, and it was like, "Oh, it's just the raccoons." I'm like, "In your inside closet, bitch? Why is there?
Yeah, maybe.
Why is there raccoons in your closet?"
Maybe because they don't clean their house, or maybe they have like a cubby hole to the outside that I never noticed, and then raccoons just. What is that? Not squatting. What is it? When we saw a movie about it.
Frogging.
Frogging, yeah. So the raccoons are frogging.
The raccoons.
Frogging raccoons.
Under my eyes.
Oh, my God.
I love that song. Okay.
Sure you do.
It's not even a song. It's just like a line.
It's just like one line.
All right. So we enter this movie in a spooky forest, as most scary movies help. And this girl is...
walking with blood dripping from everywhere.
You said, ew.
Gross. Ew.
Ew.
Like,
she was dripping from her arm. Like he's like, ew.
Ew.
And so this is when she's walking and a guy comes and captures her. And we think she's the good person because she's getting captured because we side with the ladies.
Of course.
But the thing that bothered me the most in the beginning, "Daddy, what are you doing, Daddy? I just want to go home. Take me home, Daddy." She kept on saying "Daddy" over and over again.
I just want to cuddle in your arms, Daddy. Just hold me. Just hold me and take me home.
I'm coming for you, Daddy.
And then all of a sudden the camera comes down and goes back up and is like, "I will rip your soul out." And I was like, "Okay, then."
It got a little.
Got real. I was just like, "No, just let her go. Like, what does she do? She's harmless."
And then her eyes turn yellow and she's like staring at you like,
with this evil content of destroying your entire soul.
Whee.
Jesus.
And so the daddy, we will call him henceforth. Daddy sets her on fire and shoots her with a shotgun.
Blows her head off with a shotgun. I mean, the demon, I guess, but it was his daughter.
It's like connected. It's like Venom, except eviler.
Way eviler.
Like evil.
Because Venom doesn't take your soul; he just kills you slowly, but then heals you,
and then eats people.
And then but that's awesome.
So then we go to current day where this dude is driving with his girlfriend, and we come across a tiny ass cabin. Which I put, yay, cabin in the woods.
So did they meet at the cabin, right?
Mm-hmm. They met at the cabin. There. So we have Olivia, who's the nurse, and then we have Eric, who's the dumbass. So those,
he is a dumbass.
Those two were there with Mia, who's the sister, who's the drug addict. Okay, so they were already there, and then David and Natalie came around. I write all the names down, so I'm looking at the names so I get them right. So David is the brother of Mia, and he brought his girlfriend. And
Natalie.
I'm like, dude, Natalie, throughout this movie, people are like, Natalie, like calling her name and shit. I'm like, you barely know this bitch. I would not be talking to her.
Well, I think because when Olivia was introduced, I think they all went to school together. So they probably like know of her, but they might not know her.
Maybe. I don't know. I was just like, this is kind of weird throughout the movie that they're like acting like friends, but she's just the random girlfriend of David.
Because he only introduced her. He only introduced her to Olivia, so I think the rest of them might have known her, maybe.
And so this is when they all join together and they circle the well, and this is where Mia dumps her stash, which was a lot, I think.
Well, yeah.
What was it? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I'm not too inept with drugs.
Neither am I. I've never
It was a
even done
powdery substance that she dumped into the well.
It was either probably coke or heroin's liquid, right?
Heroin.
Heroin is liquid, right? I don't think it's in powder. Yeah, I don't think heroin is powder form. I think it's liquid.
Meth? Maybe. Smoke meth. Yeah, because it comes in little rocks. I only know that because of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so it was either coke or meth.
We sound stupid. Okay.
Well, we don't do drugs, so.
Look at us. And so she dumps it, and then this is the start of her, I guess, what is it
Withdrawals.
called? Like her rehabilitation. That's what I was trying to think.
Withdrawals.
So they go to the cabin, and it looks like somebody broke into the cabin. So this is where this is the cabin that Daddy shot the girl. Mm-hmm. So they must have broken in there.
Did it ever say like present? Like, did it ever say like the year or anything?
No.
So I think that must have happened like maybe
a few months ago.
Yeah, because those cats were still pretty fresh. Yeah.
Because when they go to the cabin, it said somebody broke into the cabin. So they must have broken in a remote place. They were just trying to get rid of the demons so that it wouldn't attach to somebody else. So that actually makes a lot more sense now.
That's crazy. Is this like the family cabin and like they didn't know? It was like, when was the last time they were there? Like all this shit happened. All these dead cats were in the freaking cellar, and like the smell that only
Mia was smelling.
Mia could smell
as she started to go through withdrawals. And so this is when Mia starts to go through withdrawals, and Olivia, Eric start telling David all of the things that happened. Like she died almost, and then
she did die.
She did die, but they brought her back, so it's almost death thing. And you said you don't know shit, man.
Yeah, they're like telling him, like, yeah, this happened. It was like 5 things, like a list, and he's like, holy crap.
But there's different types of families. Like my family, we do not talk to each other daily. We just don't. Like,
neither do I.
But your family's closer. Like they talk at least every other day.
Yeah.
But that's not me. Like.
Well, they also talk because my mom and brothers and all in the same area, whereas, and same thing with your family, they're all in the same area, so they talk every day.
Well, yeah, because they live together. But it's just like, I'll find out random shit. Like I didn't find out back when I just got back from Korea, my grandma died from Facebook. Nobody told me. I found out my grandma died from Facebook.
Wow.
Great. I forgot where my point was. Oh, like sometimes you're not close to your family.
Yeah.
Like you're fine with them. You're not like, it's just, I'm not a family person. Like we had our struggles when we were younger. And so I just choose to not be super close. Mm-hmm. That just sounds really bad.
It does.
I don't mean it to be bad. It's just like, just who I am. I don't need to be talking
just not all families are close.
Okay. Leave it at that. Don't ask questions. Remember, you were writing up to me about Ty not liking Labyrinth.
Yes.
And what is it? Saying blasphemy about David Bowie.
Blasphemy?
Blasphemy.
You said blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
So I'm blessing?
Sure. Anyway. Okay, so this is when Mia's now starting to real feel it. She's not happy. She was like, I'm done. I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. And so they're all in the living room, and this is when they discover the hatch that goes down into the cellar.
She's smelling this,
it smells. You guys
like no one else could smell it, only her. And she's like, that awful smell, like I'm tired of it. I need to get out of here. And she kept going on and on about it. And then how do they even notice it was there? Like, did someone...
they just like kind of, oh, look at this carpet, let's move it kind of thing. And then
I can't remember how they discovered it, but yeah, they ended up moving a rug, and it was a cellar that was there that had a blood stain going to it.
But the thing is, it's weird that they didn't know there was a hatch there. Like,
yeah,
if it's their cabin.
Yeah.
I would investigate the fuck out of any house I bought. Like, I do. I will like pound on them if it's like seems hollow or something's behind it. I will pull it down and be like, hey, let's see.
I mean, unless the maybe the dad was like their dad, because we don't know who that was.
But it was broken into, so if it was actually their dad, he probably would have had a key.
Oh yeah, true. Never mind then.
Okay. Cut that down.
Yeah.
Bye.
Chop that down.
And so now this is when they start to smell the smell that Mia is smelling.
Mm-hmm.
Smell.
Smell. The smells.
The smells that they're smelling. The smelly smells that they're smelling.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go. That was sexy.
That was good. Okay.
Oh my God.
So this is when they found a room with dead cats. Why does it have to
A
be
lot of dead cats.
hanging dead cats from the
And
ceiling?
a lot of flies.
It was stinky.
Like probably 1 million flies.
It was stinky. It's kind of like how the dogs fart. It's smelly right now because the dogs just farted.
No, they did not smell anything.
I smell doggy poots.
Probably because they're wet or were. I dried them off.
Great. So take a shot. Doggies farted. So dead cats, they hung it. So that's why I put why. So theoretically, Egyptians believed that cats were the guardians of the land of the dead.
Yeah, but
The underworld. That's what
if
I'm
that's
saying.
the case, so did the demon burn the cats or did those people do it?
I think there were sacrifices to put the demon away.
That was a lot of sacrifices.
They just really wanted to make sure
was
the
like
job was
50
done.
cats
How would
down
you
there.
catch that many cats?
Lure them, like put food out or something, then grab them and then slit their throat or something.
Wow.
Not me, them.
That was gruesome. Now I just have that image of you holding a cat.
Wow.
Just like-
Like Nelly that was just picking up.
See, okay, Nelly loves Ty. For some reason, he's
I have
awful.
no idea
He's like
why.
a piece of shit. But
100%.
Nelly, whenever I pick her up, she screams bloody murder like I'm killing her. But I'm gentle. I hold her and I'm cradling her. And she's like,
And then Nugget comes around the corner trying to defend you.
which is cute. But then as soon as Ty picks Nelly up, she's just like purring and she's like limp. And I'm like, you bitch.
She's like, love me. She just loves me. I think it's the only reason why is because like how Ash was with you. You were like the first person he saw after a while. You fed him. You took him out. You played with him. Whatever. The same thing with Nelly. When we first got Nelly, I put her in the bathroom to separate her from the other cats. I was
did
feeding
that.
her.
I did that.
I did that.
No, I was there when our friends T and A came. You were at work, and I put him in the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh, do you want to see her?" And then you fell in love with her, and she sat on your lap and purred. And then as soon as we released her, she went bonkers.
I think I put her in there.
You
so.
didn't, so whatever. We can phone up our friends.
Phone him. What does throwing your neck around have
That's
to
like
do?
whipping my hair back and forth, but I have none.
You have zero hair. Your little stubby hair that's flying in the wind.
Now I'm dizzy. Okay.
Probably.
So this is when they stumble across a book that is wrapped in plastic garbage bag, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then barbed wire, thick ass barbed wire.
Like tight. So someone
It's
had to be
yeah.
strong to do that.
And you know how normally barbed wire is easy, you can just kind of bend it.
Sure.
You've never played with barbed wire before?
No, because I don't just play with barbed wire.
That's sad. Okay. Like so there's like I guess different gauges of barbed wire, and so some of them are like thinner, and then this was not. This is like a specialty store type of barbed wire.
Yeah, this is like barbed wire that you put at like an airport. Barbed wire.
Do you have barbed wire at an airport?
Babe, there's a fence that goes around DFW and it has barbed wire up top. Plus it has the spikes
that's
on the
razor
top.
wire though.
Yeah, that's razor wire.
Differences.
Same thing.
No.
Same concept.
Razor wire has little razor blades.
It does, but it still works just like barbed wire does. It will slice the F out of you.
True that.
And I think barbed wire is worse because it's a thicker probe. So if it goes in you and then
It's gonna
slides, that's going to hurt.
All right, so we get the dumbass. Who's our dumbass, babe? Do you remember?
Mr. Eric.
Mr. Eric. Mr. Eric, you dumbass bitch.
I think something was calling to him to open it, though.
Maybe, but he's a teacher. That's his profession. So he's a history teacher.
Oh, so maybe it was just curiosity.
His curiosity killed the cats.
Or killed the 5 people that were there.
Killed the 5 people / the million cats that were
And
below.
the dog. Well, no, the cats were already dead.
They died because of the situation. So yes.
Yeah, but
Done.
he didn't do that.
I didn't say he did it. I'm just saying they got. Just go with it. Nod your head and agree.
Jesus.
So Eric starts looking at the book, which is okay, whatever. Just don't read it. Well, he turns to a page and he's like, oh, it's scribbled out. I can't read it. And then on the left-hand side, it says, don't read, don't say it, don't hear it.
Yeah, don't say its name.
Don't say it. Like, it literally has instructions on do not do shit. And this fucker takes a pencil and a piece of paper and he does the rubbings against it. And so he can read it. And then he reads it out loud. And then he reads the next word. And then he reads, I'm like,
Just
Dude, you
completely
can't follow
ignored
instructions.
everything in the book that it said not to do. And he just does the opposite.
it's like what you do. This is what you would do.
It's like a child. You tell them not to color on the wall and they color on the wall in like bright pink or red.
Do you want to name any other colors?
Black, like your soul.
Okay. And so this is where I write WTF, Eric.
Yeah. Doesn't even tell anybody either. Like,
No, he just has it in his room.
Yeah, how is he at this book in his room, the door closed by himself? No one even notices that he's gone or that he's reading
But my
this.
question is, definitely that book is covered in human flesh.
It is covered in human flesh.
Great. I want to know the texture. Is it like leather or is it just
It
squishy?
looked kind of like leathery.
Is it squishy like my face?
It's leather. You're alive, so you have like oils and everything else that's rushing through your skin. That skin was not. It's dried up, so it's going to be like leather. Like Leatherface. Wasn't Leather's face? Wasn't his face skin?
Other people's skin that he murdered and made a
Exactly.
mask out of.
Why do you think they call him Leatherface?
All right, and so this is when creepy Mia is outside walking in circles in the rain, and this is when she gets possessed.
Oh, yeah, by Eric's doing, because he said the demon's name.
Thanks, Eric, you dumbass.
You're the reason why Mia goes psycho.
So this is kind of the start, the apex of chaos that's ensuing.
Mm-hmm.
So actually this is slightly how she gets possessed. So she goes and she's like, I need to leave. And she runs into her room, but she steals David's keys or somebody's keys, Olivia's keys, because she had that dumbass
that Taurus
station wagon. And she gets in and she drives. And then there's a woman in the road standing there. And so she swerves to miss her and she crashes it into a pond.
A pond.
And so
Well, it's probably a pond just because it was raining so much.
But so she crashes it, which was kind of deep. It was like waist deep. So it had
Yeah.
to have been a pond of some sort. I was worried about her leeches because leeches freak me out.
Oh, leeches freak anyone out, babe. But yeah, she didn't get any leeches on her, so that's cool.
So this is when Mia first grabs her purse, which made me question, why are you grabbing your purse?
Probably drugs in there.
That's what I was thinking. But then after she got out of the car, she's like, "Oh, this is too much." She put it back, her purse back into the car, and she just like was trying to get out of it.
Maybe she just wants to have her purse. Like some people are just, what is it?
Possessive?
No, yeah, well, yeah, they're attached to their
Security blanket. Anyway, so
No.
Fifi's back here. Take a shot. Take a shot. Did you take a shot?
shot people, shots.
All right. So this is when she's running around the forest and this woman's chasing her. And then she goes into this thicket bush kind of thing and the vines start wrapping around her ankles. And my question was, did they do that?
Thorn bush.
Thicket, thorn, same thing. Do you want to tell me it's different? Do you know?
Same thing.
Okay.
100%. I don't know.
And so these thorn bushes, vine things wrap around her. And my question is, are they actually moving or is she just struggling and it's causing...
Yes, they are wrapping around because it ended up picking her up out of the air. So
Right,
it had her
and-
arms like this and it had her legs open because
Spread
it was
open.
trying to,
And then this is when demon goes up her vajayjay. That's what I put.
Well, the demon lady that is technically, I guess, her in demon form because the demon looks like her, but it walks up.
I thought that was the girl.
No, it looks like Mia.
Oh.
I think it's just like the demon took form of like
what she was
what
going to
she
be,
was
yeah.
going to look like. And it like yells and throws up this, like gives me chills, like this
Black
basically thorn what, like branch, I guess.
Yeah.
It was about a good 5 feet long. Throws it up. Well, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Maybe it was 4 feet. It was pretty long, and it snakes up the tree, up her leg, and into her lady bits.
And this is when she's fully possessed.
100%.
And so they get back to the cabin. I forgot how.
She's just sitting there like behind a tree, just like crying. And that's when they went looking for her and found her.
Okay, yeah.
And took her back.
Because I write notes and then I miss stuff. So they took her back. And so this is when they're trying to get her. She's dirty. She's gross. Olivia cleans her up and she's like, wow, she's like really out of it. Like, this is like the worst I've ever seen it. And then this is when David goes outside and he's like looking around and he's trying to find their dog named Grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
And so he finds him in this little hole that's connected to the shed that's outside. And then he looks down and Grandpa died. So as it turns out, Mia killed Grandpa.
Yeah, bludgeoned him.
With a hammer.
With a hammer.
Poor puppy. Cover their ears. They heard.
Yeah, they can't hear this. Stop listening.
She wasn't listening in the first place. She's like, oh, now you need me? Okay, I'm here. Take a shot. Fifi's here. She's so sweet.
Fifi's in my lap.
All right. And so this is when, again, chaos will ensue.
Mm-hmm.
So Mia's in the living room and she has a gun and she shoots at David.
Well, she shoots David.
Well, yeah, but it's only like his arm.
In the shoulder.
In the shoulder. Nothing too crazy. And so this is when Olivia tries to like wrestle the gun away from her or something and it falls. And then Mia pushes Olivia down and falls on top of her and barfs blood and
oatmeal. It looked like
oatmeal-ish stuff onto her face and mouth. And
she had her mouth open. She was just like, I want to eat it all, please.
And this is gross.
Super gross. And now Olivia is possessed. And
so she goes to the bathroom and she's trying to clean up her face, but it's just not working. And then she sees something in the mirror. The mirror cracks. And then Eric's like, wow, this is taking a long time. And so he goes into the bathroom and he sees Olivia in the shower and she is...
You just hear the sound of someone like sawing on their skin and bone. She's basically trying to like cut her jaw off.
No, she's trying to cut her face off.
Well, she's doing a terrible job.
I mean,
she started from like here.
Yeah, so she tried to saw her face off and...
You just, oh my God, the sound of it was just, because everything else was silent and you just hear, oh my God.
Okay, and so Eric tries to stop her, but she stabs him with the piece of glass that she was using to cut off her face. And then he pushes her and she falls and...
She hits her head.
She hits her head and she's out.
No, she's not out. She just hits her head, and he's like, what the hell is going on? Then she like starts to crawl to... It's my iPad.
Oh.
She starts to crawl to him, and he gets her... She gets him on the ground, and she stabs him again. Then she takes the freaking... syringe
I didn't write that down.
With this like 2-inch needle on it and just starts bloody murder on his face.
Like stab. But then the needle falls.
Then he pushes her off and she hits her head. She's like out for a second and he pulls this 2-inch needle like just below his eyeball. She barely missed his eyeball. And oh my God, it was like lodged in there too. Oh, it's so gross.
And then his eyes, get down. Fifi's here. Take a shot. Another one. So he's trying to direct her with fingers, and she doesn't understand.
She does understand. She just doesn't want to do it.
And so, how does Olivia died?
He bashes her head in.
Right, with a piece of
toilet,
toilet or sink.
When he fell, he broke it off. So.
And so he bashes her head, and she's definitely gone now.
Yeah, she's gone.
I just like. Literally for Eric, I just put got stabbed. Didn't write anything else because
there was a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, I know, and that just bothered me. So I think that's why I just kind of left
Eric. He deserved it, but he
poor guy.
There's more of Eric gruesomeness coming, folks.
Oh, Eric goes through the ringer because it's a dipshit who shouldn't have done anything with that book.
He should not have opened
it. Okay, so this is when I don't know why. They lock Mia down in the basement. So they lock her in there, just keep her there, just so we don't have to deal with her wandering around.
They chained it, right?
They chained not this time around.
Not I know. Yet. Okay,
not yet.
I'm talking too soon.
Talking too soon.
I'll say
so. But the thing that really is weird about this is that instead of fixing him up in the bathroom or somewhere in the house, they take him to the shed, Eric to the shed. So David's trying to stitch him up, even though he has no medical experience whatsoever. He's trying to.
Olivia's dead. So.
And Olivia's dead. So he's trying to stitch him up. He's like, what the fuck happened? Blah, blah, blah. And then David looks to Natalie and he's like, I need some sugar water. Why? Fuck if I know. But
he lost a lot of blood. I think it's to get his
insulin up or something.
Yeah.
Sugar
levels back up.
So she's like, okay. She goes and runs in, and then she kind of like sidles around the hatch that goes downstairs, and then she goes and gets some water, and then the doors open to the hatch downstairs, and she gets pulled in. And I don't like that part.
She gets pulled in.
She gets pulled into the hatch basement.
No, Mia is acting like she's normal, and then Natalie, being nice, I guess, goes down there like an idiot and was like, we're trying to help you. We're trying to save you, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, well, you're all going to fucking die tonight. And that's when Mia...
She tries to run away.
She tries to run away, yeah, and then and she gets pulled back in.
Mia has a knife that... my tongue hurts.
My God. My tongue.
She slices her tongue in half.
And then
long
makes
way
out with Natalie.
And then she, with her black blood all over, and she's making out with Natalie.
She's possessed. I forgot about that. I was like, so she cut off her arm. Oh, sorry, we're not to that part yet.
Oh, and so after this, she gets up to the house. Like, David rescues her. This is when they chain it. This is when they close it, chain it, do all that shit. And so so he's still trying to help Eric. And then she's in the kitchen, and her hand starts changing, and she's like, fuck. And so she takes the meat cutter and fucking cuts off her arm.
Saws off her freaking arm at the bicep.
Oh
my God,
in this mix, definitely Eric is trying to burn the book, but it's not burning. So just throwing that out there. So then she cuts off her own arm, and it's hanging there by
a thread, by a meat thread.
But the thing is, where she cut it was
just like, it feels so much better.
I feel so much better now.
No, you don't.
But the thing is, she chose the hardest location. Like, if she did it at a joint, it would have been easier for her to cut it off.
Yeah, she did it at the because I think by the time it was already like here, so she would have cut there, it probably would have gotten past. So she had to go a little bit above that, and that's why she cut at the bicep.
I hurt so much.
But it didn't help anyway, because Mia, the possessed Mia, made out with her, so she's already like...
Yeah, she's done.
She's done anyway, so...
Okay, so we're just kind of going forward. Well, in the book, Eric looks at the book again, and in there it's written Satan's Bitch, and I was like, that's an awesome band name.
Satan's Bitch.
So Natalie cuts off her arm, and then Eric and David are in the living room, and then this is when Natalie comes back, but now has a weapon.
She has a nail gun.
And she starts shooting at them. But she shoots her face first, and she has like multiple nails in her head.
Yeah.
And then she starts shooting at them, and she's like, duh, duh, duh. And it gets yes, it's a wound, but it's not like a major wound that you'll die from very quickly.
No.
Like, unless you hit like something vital, of course. But it's just like shooting at their legs, shooting at their arms, and it's like, And so this is when, long story short, David gets the gun that's still in the living room and blows off her other arm.
Yeah.
Now she's armless.
I mean, she did beat Eric first
with one arm. She had a crowbar, and she
was swinging that thing
like
it
a
weighed champ.
Nothing. And I don't know if y'all have ever had a crowbar, but they're not light.
Yeah, they're solid like steel, I think.
Yeah, and so she was lifting it up with her little twiggy arms and beating both David and Eric with this nail gun.
Eric got the worst of it. She beat him in the head.
In his hand.
And he got shot. And, she split his hand with the crowbar. Fuck, I forgot about that. It's like Hardcore Henry.
We need to do that.
But with a crowbar. What's worse? Splitting your hand with a crowbar or just getting it ripped open? I think ripped, 100%. Why would I even ask that?
My hands are together. My hands are together.
They're still in one shape.
I don't want to separate my
They're
fingers.
not one going that way and one going.
See, this would have been an opportunity to have a video going of us because of all our facial reactions.
This movie just pains me. There's so many painful moments. Wait, didn't someone's... Oh, no, never mind.
So this is when Eric is pretty fucked up right now. So
David grows some cojones finally because we skipped a little minor, sort of. Eric is trying to tell David that he needs to basically kill his sister. David's like, no, I'm not going to kill my sister. And Eric was like basically talking crap to him. He's like, well, you're being a coward because you know what needs to be done, but you don't want to do it. So then after Natalie, because he thinks like they're just sick or something. They're going crazy. He thinks they're going crazy.
Yeah.
So now he's like, all right, I know what I need to do now that Eric is like almost down and out. So he goes and he gets the gasoline and he starts pouring. Because it was like three things in the book. One was live burial. Mm-hmm. The other one was dismemberment, and the other was burning.
Right.
So with Olivia, he burns her. With Natalie, I think he cuts her up. Right?
Yeah, he cuts her up in the...
He cuts her up, and then...
She already had 2 limbs missing.
That's true. Oh, yeah, that's true. That makes sense. And then with... then he tries to go around the house. He starts pouring gasoline all over the place. He's like, I know what I need to do. He's like, I need to burn the place down. He gets to the cellar. He pours gasoline on there, and then Mia starts singing their like childhood song or something they talked about in the beginning. And he's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. So then that's what happens then. Or is that when Natalie comes back?
Natalie doesn't come back.
No, I thought that's... So what happens then? Because he's like, I can't do this. And then something happens.
So he goes down there and he goes down to the basement. And he's trying to
he's trying to save her. So he's trying to like...
And but it's flooding down there. And so this is when Mia tries to drown him. Yeah. So...
and Eric comes to
save him, but that was his demise.
Yeah. He should have chopped him up too, but
and so this is when David pretty much puts his sister in a hole and he starts covering her, and she's like, "Why do you hate me, David?
Why do you hate me, David? You were never there for me. You left me all alone with Mom." And
she said,
"She's like, you made me lie," and she was just like talking mad crap to him. Well, the demon.
So my question is, why did he change her dress? Like, I feel like that
because
was...
the other one was dirty.
So, I mean, it was an extra step that was unnecessary because she was going to be buried in the ground. She was going to get dirty
he was burying her because he was trying to bring her back to life.
Okay.
So I think he was just trying to be... Instead of her waking up with this, like...
Disgusting
dress, he was trying to, like, wake her up with, like, a...
But it was her brother who changed her. That's gross.
What's wrong with that?
Okay. So then... He pretty much buries her, and then he waits, and then all of a sudden the fire goes out. The fire in the tree that was next to where he was burying her goes out, and that like kind of is a signal. Hey, it's over. Great job. And so then he's like, okay, then he digs her up, and then he brings her out, and he has like this defibrillator.
Yeah, like a cabin-made defibrillator, which is pretty smart.
Like, yeah. And he tries to bring her. He
tries to do it like 4 times.
Her with needles in her heart, and he like tries to bring her back, but it doesn't work. And so he walks away, and he's sad. But then all of a sudden, she's alive. But the thing is, the plastic bag was still over her head. Why didn't
when she gets up? No.
Well, no. When he was trying to defibrillate
I know. Yeah, he should have took that off.
He should have took it off. And so she finally is back, but now Eric is possessed.
And he, what's his name? The brother David goes in the house to get his keys so they can finally leave this forsaken place. And he gets stabbed in the throat by Eric. I think he got stabbed by freaking dykes. Like
a what?
That's what they're called. I know it sounds bad, but they're...
I was sitting here
like cable cutters that they use to cut the cables.
Yeah.
Barbed wire. They're called dykes. He got stabbed in the throat with that thing. Yeah, I didn't know either until I started using them and working there. Get stabbed in the throat. So Mia's like trying to help him. He's like, no, Mia, get the hell out of here because you already like were possessed. You went through all this crap. Yeah. Like, leave. And she's like, no, I'm going to help you. Typical. Like... If it was me, you're telling me to get the hell out of there. Vice versa, just get the hell out of there.
So David, I think, starts the house on fire
Well, he locks himself in there with him, and
he lights it on fire. Okay.
Shoots the gas canister that's next to Eric.
And so they're gone, but now outside it's starting to rain blood.
Well, because the fifth person got possessed, because David ended up dying, technically, right when he was burning.
Right. And so now, this is when the girl...
Devil's bitch? The actual devil? Like, what is that? It's like...
That's the girl. They buried her, and she came back alive.
Well, because it was in the book, it was saying that this, like, it was Antichrist or something was gonna,
that came out
was going to come out, and that's what that thing is.
And so this demon thing is chasing after Mia, and she is fighting. She's like doing her best, and she's trying to do it. She's trying to leave, but then the fucking demon tips over the Jeep onto her.
Lands on her arm. So now we have a heavy-ass car on her wrist, and this demon's coming around the corner. Oh, but this is before she chops off the demon's legs, though.
Yeah, she got under. So she was under the Jeep, and she had a chainsaw, and
finally got it started,
and she just sliced it. So now the demon can't walk, but now it's like pissed off, and it flips the Jeep over on her, and it crushes her hand.
Freaking demon!
And then she pulls her arm.
She pulls her arm from underneath this because the demon's coming around the corner. And is like, yeah, I'm gonna do something to your soul, very gruesome like. And she's like, I am sick of this shit. And just rips her arm off.
Her hand off. Like she broke her arm. Obviously, that's the only way that would have happened.
Yeah, it had to have.
My body hurts.
Because the window was open, so her hand was like kind of in the window, and it's like so her bone had to get crushed, both bones, and then she just separated it with.
You can't see me, but I'm covering my ears because
with the skin and muscles. Then, so the demon comes around the corner, and then she says some. You just have to watch it. Some closing statement to the demon, because the demon was like talking about her soul again. She takes a chainsaw. No, we're just gonna and just gruesomely kills the demon. We'll save those details for y'all who sees it.
And make sure to watch through the credits.
Yeah, through the credits. I think there's actually 2 of them.
But there's a line that I think is hilarious. Are you okay, kiddo? Obviously not.
Yeah, she's like has her hand missing.
And she's covered in blood.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Are you okay, kiddo?
Dumbass. All right. So what is your score for your movie?
Olvi, it's a 10.
Yes.
Even with all the gruesomeness, it is a 10.
Yes. I enjoyed it. I'm surprised. Again, I have not seen it. So
I've seen it.
I agree. It's a 10.
Like, I haven't seen it in so long, I didn't really remember what happened. So it's like I was kind of like rewatching it again for the first time. But yeah, it is just be warned. It is very gruesome, folks. If you haven't seen it yet, it's not a children's movie.
Or it is a children's movie.
No, it's not a children's movie, but it's a good movie. And if you want to see the new one, you kind of have to watch this one. Because this is the Evil Dead Rise is the sequel, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think it's like I don't think it's a prequel. I think it's a sequel to it. So that's another reason why I wanted to watch it, because I want to see the new one. So anyway.
Okay. So now let's talk about happier, funnier things, because now my body hurts everywhere.
Everywhere. My legs, my ankles, my hand, my head. And then the chainsaw part at the end, that just, yeah.
Okay. We are going to be talking about ridiculous celebrity purchases. So I got pretty much most of this information from insider.com. I definitely like citing those so that people know where I got shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start us off. Arrow's being so cute. He has his butt up and he's like leaning down and he's chewing on a bone. So take a shot because he's adorable.
He's so adorable.
Oh my God, I've never seen him do that. All right, so first and foremost, our first ridiculous celebrity, we have Kim Basinger purchased the township of Braselton, Georgia in 1989. Georgia native and actress Basinger, as well as other investors, bought 1,751 acres of the 2,000-acre town for $20 million. She wanted to turn the town's farmland into her tourist attraction and film studio. Of course you want to ruin that. Like, of course you want to.
That's, selfish?
No.
A custom-made gold grill cost Justin Bieber $5,000. It was just for a 2011 Halloween costume. We wonder how many times he's worn it since. or if it's been misplaced.
See, like it's $5,000 for a Halloween costume. That's crazy.
That is stupid expensive. This says custom made gold grill.
Good grill.
Oh, I'm thinking of a grill.
Yeah, because he's gonna carry that shit around.
No, isn't that expensive?
For teeth, for that.
For teeth, yeah.
My next one, Magic Johnson bought 30 Burger King franchises. He also built 105 Starbucks franchises and sold them later. But he's still hanging on to those Burger Kings.
Who is this again?
Magic Johnson,
wow.
Basketball player.
Damn, that's a lot of Burger Kings. Beyonce spent $100,000 on gold leggings.
$100,000 on leggings.
On leggings.
That's crazy. All right,
Plus those $100,000.
Seriously, Katy Perry bought Russell Brand a $200,000 ticket to space. Ashton Kutcher bought a ticket for himself too.
I'm too scared to go to space because
there's so many things that could go wrong.
Yeah, many. Yeah, rockets. Well, I mean, I don't know when the last one exploded, but it's just terrifying. But anyway, has a lot of fuel and combustion going on.
Yeah, and if one thing's wrong,
anything could happen.
Like if a hair is in there, you're fucked.
Let's see. Victoria Beckham spent $35,998 on a gold-plated iPhone. Almost $40,000. Wow, almost $40,000 for a fucking phone, and we complain about it being like $1,200 or $1,300 or $1,400.
That's so ridiculous.
Jesus.
A lot of stuff is gold, I've noticed.
Well, yeah.
Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey have a candy-filled room for their kids. They didn't say how much it costs, but it's candy-filled, so I think you should go visit.
I want to go visit 100%. Do they have candy corn? Can you ask them?
Do you like candy corn?
I love candy corn. Babe, you know this.
I hate it.
I love candy corn. Yeah, because we're the opposite.
Great.
See, Lady Gaga, your favorite,
Gaga
spent $50,000 on a Ghostbuster. According to E, she purchased an electromagnetic field reader in 2010 to keep the ghost at bay while she tours.
I love that, though. That's definitely something she would do.
Take a shot. One of them farted. Probably
Lala.
Or Arrow.
All right. Nicolas Cage beat Leonardo DiCaprio in a bidding war over a $276,000 stolen Magnolia dinosaur skull. In 2007, Cage became the owner of a 67 million year old Tyrannosaurus Batar skull.
That would be pretty fucking cool, though.
I would spend that if I had that money.
Yeah, 100%.
But like Nicolas Cage definitely has some money issues because I think he had to claim
he's
bankruptcy,
like broke now.
allegedly claim bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's still acting, so I hope he's not broke now. But yeah, he was broke at some point
because he kept on buying stuff. He bought the Madame Lalaurie mansion in New Orleans, which we're gonna visit whenever we go visit New Orleans. And then he bought like a plot in that really famous cemetery for himself, and they can't repo that because they can't take away your final resting place or something. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious.
Oh well, that's good. That was a good purchase then.
Yeah, right.
Bono bought a $1,500 plane ticket for his hat.
I made the list and I forget like all of this shit because there's so many.
Is that supposed to be cat or is that
hat?
Is that hat? It is
Bono
hat.
wears hats. Like that's his MO.
Oh my god! Did he buckle it into?
I have fucking no idea. Paris Hilton spent $325,000 on a villa for her dogs. The dog villa, which Hilton purchased in 2009, is 2 stories high and 300 square feet. There's also a balcony, black crystal chandelier, and that it came with designer furniture.
Only 300 square feet, and it was $300,000. That's fucking ridiculous.
That's more than like our house.
What?
Her doggy villa is more expensive than our house.
Yeah, but we have way more square footage.
Right.
Oprah Winfrey has a bathtub carved into the shape of her body. Does not have a price, and they farted again.
Take another shot.
Stop farting.
Next, Celine Dion requested a $2 million humidifier to protect her vocal cords.
Oh my god. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just like laughing about
so here we go with Mike Tyson. I think
Mike
so
Tyson.
far this is the most on my list. So Mike Tyson bought a $2.2 million 24-karat gold bathtub and 3 beagle tigers.
Bengal.
Beagle.
Beagle's
B-E-N.
Bengal. Bengal is an
How
orange.
is that Bengal? It's B-E-N.
Bengal. Bengal.
That sounds like B-A-N to me. Bengal.
Like bang, gull.
It's B-E-N.
I know. That's just how you pronounce it.
So, Bengal.
You said beagle, so that's like
I did
a
not
dog.
say beagle.
Okay.
Your face said beagle.
Mike Tyson.
$2.2 million on a 24-karat gold tub. Because I know Oprah Winfrey, I'm surprised. Yeah, Oprah, she has a... Surprised that's not on here. She has a gold and diamond-plated toilet.
But I feel like gold is a terrible thing to put water in.
That apparently costs like probably in the millions.
Heavy.
Like it's super expensive. I'm surprised that's not on here.
I don't know. I just put the ones I thought were fascinating. Okay, Kelly Rowland bought Blue Ivy. So Kelly Rowland is sisters to Beyonce. Blue Ivy is Beyonce's daughter.
Kelly Rowland is not the sister to Beyonce. They had a music group together, but they're not sisters.
Who was the other one in there?
I can't remember. Neither one of them are sisters.
There's one sister there's a sister. There's a sister.
There is a sister to Beyonce, but she hasn't like sang with her.
Oh, okay. I don't know shit then.
I can't remember her name.
Anyway, Kelly Rowland bought Blue Ivy, who is Beyonce's daughter, a $5,200 Swarovski crystal-studded baby bathtub.
Jesus. I mean, it's like when you're that rich, it's like, I mean, because with Beyonce and Jay-Z, like Jay-Z's already a billionaire by himself.
Right.
And then...
Well, not because of his rapping career, but because of his production.
He has he has clothing, he has his liquor, he has Jay-Z Blue, the color, and like a few other things. Like he's just an entrepreneur, but he's still he's a billionaire. And then Beyonce makes like freaking a ridiculous amount of money too. I think she's almost near a billionaire. So it's like they have ridiculous amount of money. It's like what do you spend it on? Like
stupid shit like this.
you can only have so much like normal stuff. Like then you buy stupid. Most people do drugs, so at least they have.
I mean, at least they're buying babies like Swarovski crystal. I can't even say that word. Studded baby bathtubs.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp apparently spends $30,000 a month alone on wine, flown in from all over the world for personal consumption.
Well, I think now that's not true because he's sober.
Yeah,
obviously, but before, like when he was drinking, it was 30. That's a lot of money, but that's like
$30,000 a month, though. That is.
But some wines are like stupid expensive, like $5,000 a bottle.
But still, like $30,000 a month. Like I would get it for like a year, okay. But $30,000 a month.
That's a lot.
So what's 12 times 30?
So 10 times 30 is 300,000. So 315,000.
Jesus. Like people don't even make. He's spending that on wine and like shipping, and there's people that don't even make half that in a year.
Not even half that. Like a quarter of that
in a year. Like working their asses off. That's fucking insane.
That makes me sad.
That does make me sad.
My turn. Our favorite person, Donald Trump, installed a gold bathroom in his $100 million jet.
Wow.
I feel
jets are expensive.
I think that's like really unsafe though. Wouldn't that be too heavy?
That would be too heavy. But so they would have to compensate because you have the weight and balance issue. So they would have to do something to
make it not.
Or they would just put it like in the middle. Or
that's probably what would happen.
CG is, and so it's balanced. But yeah, because gold is pretty heavy.
Unless they just sprayed it gold.
I mean, gold
leafing.
If the whole thing is not like if it's all gold, then that's gonna be very heavy. But if it's like gold plated, then that's different.
That's probably what happened.
It won't be nearly as heavy. They'll just
because that's like safety issues.
Yeah, like all gold on a toilet, that would be like freaking hundreds
500
of
pounds.
Miley Cyrus purchased hair extensions for $24,000. fucking hair extensions. Just go cut off your friend's hair and then use that.
Glue it to your head. It's going to look the same.
It's way cheaper.
Oh, my God. This is my last one. George Lucas. Do you know who George Lucas is?
This sounds familiar, but I can't.
He created Star Wars.
Oh.
Okay.
I should have known that.
George Lucas bought a fire brigade for his ranch. So I forgot what the ranch is called. It's somewhere in California. Like, I only learned this because of the Big Bang Theory. But anyway, so he bought a fire brigade for his ranch. Lucas paid $100 million for Skywalker Ranch in California to protect his investment. He pays for 12 full-time firefighters plus a few volunteers and fire trucks.
Jesus.
You know you're rich when you have your own fire brigade.
Yeah, and you paid $100 million for it, and it was probably like nothing to him.
Nothing.
He's made so many Star Wars movies, and they're very popular. Like he might be a billionaire too. Maybe, I don't know.
A bajillionaire with G's.
Yeah, G's. So we have another hair one. Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna purchased hair for $1 million.
What kind of hair?
It just says.
Did she use it on herself, or did she just buy it? Like,
let me call her and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, she's your bestie.
Yeah, she's my best. I have her in my pocket.
Favorite. She's your favorite.
Right, Lala Beans.
Lala's here. Take a shot.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this list can go on. This might be another one that we can add too. Like, do
more of. Yeah, there's like a lot out there, ridiculous stuff, and I just did the ones I thought were hilarious.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of rich people out there. Like, I'm pretty sure, just like in Dubai, like they buy expensive cars and treat them like they're hoopties. Like, ride them in sand, let them the engine get all sand in there.
I sometimes like to watch reality TV a lot of the time. And so I was trying to watch The Real Housewives of Dubai, and it was just ridiculous. Like, what they spend
stupid money over there.
What they were spending on a daily basis, I would not spend in years. Like, I don't.
They have it's ridiculous. That Dubai is so rich, like it's crazy.
I was watching something, I think it was Real Housewives of Orange County or something, one of the original ones, and the girls were friends with this girl who bought sunglasses for $10,000, and she was saying that, and they were like, that's nouveau riche when people talk about how much they spend on things. Like, nouveau, you know what nouveau riche means. So there's old money, and then nouveau riche is new money. So somebody who's never had money before, but they're rich.
Oh,
and so they were like, yeah, that's not classy at all. And so this like girl who was dressed really awfully, and she had these sunglasses. She's like, you know how much they cost? And it was
new money,
nouveau riche. All right, so that is our episode today. We are going to be talking next episode. We are my movie choice and Ty's or Lur's or G-Dog's topic choice. So my movie choice is Charlie's Angels 2019 with Kristen Stewart.
Oh, hell yeah. Can't wait to see
So that one, you pretty much can find it anywhere. It's on Hulu, definitely. It's on Amazon Prime with the subscription. So that's pretty good if you have Amazon Prime. You can get rented on Redbox, Vudu. Like, it is everywhere. So you can definitely find that easily. Do you remember what your topic is?
Is it what kids say? No.
Creepy things kids have said.
Creepy things kids have said.
So you and I both know that kids can say fucking creepy things. Like at that restaurant that one time, we're all going to die.
Yeah. Super creepy.
Super duper creepy. So we are going to be covering that topic next time. But let's talk about how you can reach us. I did say it earlier. Again, if you want to yell at Tyler about... That was weird.
That was weird.
Ugh.
Gross.
Okay. If you want to yell at Ty, please write us in because David Bowie is awesome, as well as Labyrinth.
What?
David Bowie is awesome.
You should say David Bowie is not awesome.
No, you have to yell at him because everybody likes David Bowie. You're just psychotic. All right, so make sure to write in. So you can email us at inforthenight69@gmail.com. Also, on our website, inforthenightpodcast.com, where you can go to the contact section and fill it out there. But what else can you find on our website? Lur?
As a yawn. Oh, man.
You should have been preparing, dude.
I haven't eaten yet. I have no energy going on. So, merch and Patreon.
Yes, if you love our podcast and you want to represent, definitely go to our merch page. We do have a lot of stuff there. I also made a side Etsy thing. It's In for the Night store in Etsy. You can go there, and there's a bunch of different things. So it's not only podcast related, but it is all like stuff
like
I've
workout
created.
stuff.
Workout stuff,
I think
shirts.
we mentioned this last time. I can't remember. But
I just made a shirt today that says I heart ghosts, and I have a cute little ghost on it. It's really fun.
You do heart ghosts.
And I love horror. I have a shirt.
You should say another one. It's like when people say like have a blessed day, you say have a Satan one.
Have a Satan one. Maybe. All right, but that is there as well. But thank you so much for sticking with us today. I feel like it was a gruesome episode.
Gruesome.
But I
there's
hope
going
you
to be many more to come.
Probably. So please, I hope we gave you a reason to stay in for the night.
And until next time, peeps, take a shot and peace out.